I want to break up. I want to break up.
Every Who down in Whoville needed love quite a lot. But the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated love during every season.
Why?
Now please don't ask why, no one quite knows the reason. It could be that her head wasn't screwed on just right. It could be, perhaps, that she was too tired for sex at night. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that her heart was 2 sizes too small. But whatever the reason, her heart or her sleep, she sat there that evening and made Abigail weep, staring across the table with a sour, grinchy frown. Oh, the heartbreak happening in Whoville town. Abigail left, feeling alone and depressed. But then things got worse, and she became obsessed. She would think of that Grinch from dusk till dawn. She would feel that Grinch even though she was gone. She would arrange it so that on a Saturday night, she would just happen to be where the Grinch was in sight. She would happen to be sitting at the cafe near Grinch's flat. She would just happen to sit near where the Grinch always sat. But Abigail did try hard, so very hard, to get that Grinch off her mind with intense therapy.
She did. She just sat there and she talked about art.
Meaningless sex. And drinking herself blind. But all that got her in the end, you see, was an excuse to talk about the Grinch and an STD. Her friends would say,
She's not even worth it.
You deserve so much better.
and then they would say,
She's not even worth it.
You deserve so much better. You know, you deserve...
Stop.
And then one day the Grinch sent a small note. Abigail's heart jumped as she went to see what she wrote. Maybe the Grinch was wrong all along. Maybe her feelings were too darn strong. Maybe the Grinch would ease all the pain, and her and Abigail would be together again. What is it that the Grinch would say? Here is what the Grinch wrote that day.
Look, I know this isn't easy for you, not easy at all, but I really do wish you would not call. In fact, I have to say, if the calls do not cease, the next call I make will be to the police. I'm sorry that we were never meant to be, but hey, if it makes you feel better, it's not you, it's me. Love, but not in a relationship way. The Grinch. P.S. I'm dating your ex-girlfriend now.
Now Abigail's heart did feel a tingle, and I hear this is common amongst folk recently single. The feeling that her heart was as heavy as before, but this time it was filled with hatred for that whore. It was time for Abigail to get up off her ass. It was time for Abigail to get herself a gym pass.
So, do you want a fitness plan for 3 months or 5?
I will work out as long as my ex-girlfriend is alive.
Abigail worked out, did yoga, and ate well, and spent all her money on skinny jeans while under this spell. She even marched down to the Grinch's front door. To take back the sweatshirt she always wore, Abigail used her anger to continue like this, feeling empowered by the single life bliss. She knew now that no one would get in her way. She knew no one would ever hurt her like the Grinch did that day. Everything was perfect until Abigail met another girl. A girl so perfect she could make your stomach twirl. She was beautiful and funny and so very smart. She was kind and giving and could capture any heart. She was in love with Abigail and wanted to see if Abigail and her could be a we. But when Abigail agreed to give her a chance, it turned out that Abigail could no longer romance. It seemed that as the relationship progressed, Abigail would keep thinking of that pest.
Grinch. That Grinch has ruined my life. Why must that Grinch cause me so much strife?
The next night, Abigail sat her girlfriend down. She sat across the table with a sour, Grinchy frown.
I'm sorry, my sweet. I know this seems unfair, but it's that Grinch's fault. I swear. I swear.
But the beautiful girl would have none of it. She knew just why Abigail could not commit.
This is not about that Grinch. Not about her at all. This is because your heart is 2 sizes too small. Everyone down in Whoville needs love quite a lot. But you, for some reason, do not.
And with that, the girl left unimpressed. And there sat Abigail, alone and depressed.